What's going on, guys? Merijn here, and welcome to the first episode of the Hybrid Aesthetics series. In these next 4 videos, I'm sharing my complete workout routine, which combines bodybuilding with weighted calisthenics, functional bodyweight training, and running. These are all the principles I've been researching and implementing these last few years for optimal aesthetics, strength, performance, and endurance. So let's get into day 1, which is a push workout in which we target our chest, shoulders, and triceps. In total, there will be 4 gym and 2 running workouts. In these videos, I'll be showing the gym workouts. We start with a dynamic warm-up, which is quick and effective, attaching a light resistance band to a pole. We do multiple warm-up movements all in a row for 10 explosive reps for each arm, followed by warming up the lower body, specifically the hips and lower back. This is important even if we're training upper body, since our lower body is involved in heavy compound lifts and to increase our mobility. I personally do handstand as my warm-up too, but it's not included in the program, so you don't have to. Every workout starts with a heavy exercise or skill to improve, and that's the power building style training. Even though we don't use powerlifting movements, we use the principle of starting with low reps and ending our workout with higher reps. You can perform handstand push-ups against the wall as I'm doing, or freestanding if you can. If you are not able to perform a handstand push-up against the wall for at least 2 reps, you can substitute it with the overhead barbell press for 3 to 5 reps. In the full Hybrid Aesthetics program, which I just released, I include more substitution exercises and explanations with the complete training guide. It's too much to all cover in a YouTube video, so the link will be in the description if you want to pick it up right away and get started. During all these workouts, we work with RIR, which stands for reps in reserve, so how many reps you have left in the tank before going to failure. For example, if you do a set and you perform 3 reps, but you could have done 5, your RIR is 2. On the main compounds, as we are focusing on building strength, it's wise to stay 2 to 3 reps away from failure to optimally recover and progressively overload during a training block. On other isolation lifts, we stick more often to 1 RIR or even 0 RIR, which means total failure, 0 reps left in the tank. Next up, flat dumbbell press for 5 to 7 reps, which targets primarily the chest. For every major body part, we do a few warm-up sets. I will put mine on the screen as an example. What's important here is having a slight arch in your lower back, so not being flat on the bench, but always keeping your butt, upper back, and head onto the bench. Before going down on the bench while holding the dumbbells, shrug your shoulders up, back, and down. This ensures you have pinched your shoulder blades and keep them there while performing this movement. Bring the dumbbells in position and push upwards explosively while bringing the dumbbells closer together and squeezing your chest. Slightly tuck your elbows on the way down, control the weight, and then you flare them out a bit while pushing up. Don't touch the dumbbells at the top, since that will reduce tension on your chest. When you've completed your last rep, come up with your knees, switch your hands to a neutral position, and use this to bring back the dumbbells rather than dropping them to the side. This is a lot safer for your shoulder, and it also saves energy. Next up are weighted dips. Some will call this the upper body squat. It's one of the main weighted calisthenics exercises, which I'm a big fan of. If you don't believe its effectiveness, look at some of the top calisthenics athletes that do competitions and check out their physiques. Lots of these guys being natural and super jacked. Start this exercise with your body weight, and once you can do 10 clean reps, you can start using a dipping belt. This is an exercise that is more prone to injuries than other exercises, especially once you start working up to heavier weights, so always properly warm up. Put something like a box or step underneath the bar to elevate yourself so that you can start the movement from the top position rather than putting your shoulders in a stressed position in the bottom. Keep your shoulder blades retracted and have a slight forward body lean. Bring your body down slow and controlled and push the weight up explosively. I recommend stopping when your arms are at 90 degrees or slightly deeper, depending on your mobility. Make sure to always keep straight form by maintaining depressed shoulder blades and cross your legs behind your body. If you're not able to perform these yet, you can substitute them with a dip machine. Next, we have cable crossovers low to high. The flat dumbbell press and dips put more emphasis on the lower part of our chest, and this movement will emphasize the upper part a bit more. The main reason I like this movement is because of the cables keeping constant tension on the chest. This does not happen on a dumbbell fly, for example, because the weight is always pulling straight down anytime it's not traveling straight up. Here we keep tension on our pecs from stretch to contraction, and this also creates an easier mind-muscle connection. I used to not be a big fan of the mind-muscle connection back in the day, as I thought it was bro science, but studies by now have proven its effectiveness, and after many years of training, I have certainly noticed the difference. Specifically on isolation exercises, it really helps to focus on which muscle you are working. I like to perform this exercise more as a combination of a cable fly while crossing over and having my thumbs pointing at each other, rather than a press. Since this is an isolation exercise, we go for higher reps, and the main focus is on the contraction and squeeze at the top, which is even greater when crossing over, and you'll see my body lean backward a bit while I do so to really push my chest out. Next up are cable lateral raises for our side delts. We keep constant tension here and we make this exercise unilateral, so we do one arm at a time for optimal symmetry and aesthetics. Hold on to the cable rack to keep yourself steady and slightly lean to the side, since this improves the range of motion and constant tension. Focus on moving the weight with your elbows and using your hands as hooks. Stop around shoulder level. Once you go above, you'll start taking the emphasis off your shoulder and onto your traps, which is not the goal here. I put a high emphasis on hitting the side delts, since they will make your shoulders look wider and give you that aesthetic look. Next up is the rope push down for triceps. Attach 2 rope handles to the high pulley of a cable machine. Grasp each rope handle with a neutral grip, so palms facing each other, and hold them at a shoulder height. Keep your back straight, chest up, and engage your core. With your elbows tucked in close to your sides, exhale and extend your elbows, pushing the ropes downwards towards your thighs. At the bottom of the movement, fully contract your triceps by squeezing them for a brief moment. In a controlled manner, return back up. Using 2 rope attachment on a cable for tricep pushdowns is more beneficial for hypertrophy, in other words muscle growth, because of the increased range of motion, greater time under tension, and a variety of wrist positions. You'll see me point my pinkies out to the sides at the bottom for this full contraction, and I also feel like this really helps. Second exercise for triceps is the overhead dumbbell extension. This exercise mainly targets the long head of the triceps. Grab a dumbbell and a bench and kick up the dumbbell with your knee to your shoulder and then press it over your head. Make sure you stabilize your core while slowly lowering the weight behind your head before extending it back up. Your triceps are being activated at their most lengthened position here, making it a great exercise to complement the pushdown. You might notice that we do a lot more exercises than in my regular routines. However, we do less sets per exercise since we're combining different training styles. As a finisher for our chest, shoulders, and triceps, we do a quasi-isometric push-up. You may be familiar with the word isometric, as it was one of Bruce Lee's training techniques. When you do isometrics, you lock yourself into a specific joint angle without moving. But quasi-isometrics include the entire range of motion or a partial of it. This develops both intermuscular control, which refers to coordination of what muscle fibers to use inside the muscle itself, and intramuscular, which refers to how well you use multiple muscles to create movement, which is a skill. Now, this also helps eliminating weak points in the range of motion that you have. We're taking 30 to 60 seconds to complete one push-up here. That means 30 seconds on the way down, super slow, and 30 seconds on the way up. The burn is absolutely crazy. I'm finishing the workout with standing calf raises, one leg at a time, supersetted with tibialis raises. Why? Because running requires strong calves, and extra calf work is highly recommended when you want to run injury-free. Now, my calves may be forever skinny. I'll keep trying, but I can tell you that I've made some serious progress this year in terms of strength, which has been transferring to my running and my sprinting gains. So finally, some good news. Now, the tibialis anterior muscle helps prevent your foot from slapping the ground when it first makes contact. I used to suffer from shin splints a lot, and since I've been doing these consistently, I haven't noticed any pain anymore. These can also help if you suffer from knee pain, and a big fan of this, and the reason I found this exercise is the knees over toe guy on YouTube who has more videos about this. Now that's it for this workout. Over the next few weeks, I will release the other 3 videos of this complete series. If you're interested in having all the information put into a complete 8-week training routine right away, I just launched my Hybrid Aesthetics program. This is a complete guide covering everything from the training principles, substitute exercises, Q&As, the full training split including reps, sets, rest time, and RIR for each exercise. A deload week so you can continue the program for longer than 8 weeks, and a spreadsheet for tracking your progress. This program is for intermediate and advanced lifters who have at least 2 years of training experience. If you're a total beginner, you can download my full body routine for free, follow that one first, and then go for the Hybrid Aesthetics program. I'm currently following the Hybrid Aesthetics program myself as well, and I've been during my last cutting phase with great success. During this launch week, it will be 30% off, so you can get the full program for only 15 euros for the next 7 days, which is about the same in dollars. Link in bio to get it right away. If you have any questions for this specific workout, leave a comment down below. If you want to see my running workouts as well next to the gym sessions, please let me know too. If there are enough people interested, I'll make sure to dedicate separate content to this as well. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, much love.